Today we're going to find out what happens when we buy a gaming PC from Amazon Warehouse.
For $340, we got this, a PC from a company we actually have some history with, and yeah, it looks pretty decent on paper, but with Amazon, we don't really know what we're going to see when we open it up, but we'll find out after a word from today's sponsor.
Today's video is brought to you by Phantek and their E1 Next Workstation Precision Toolkit. The Phantek E1 Next Workstation Electric Screwdriver Kit is everything you could ever need for electronics repair. In this compact kit, you get 64 magnetic bits, 3 tweezers, 3 spudgers, 9 plastic opening tools, and so much more. This is an all-in-one kit that even has a precision magnetic mat and a leather mat for those tedious and delicate jobs. But the icing on top for this Phantek kit is the precision electric screwdriver that pops out of the case. This pin-style drill rotates at 200 RPM, has a 350 milliamp hour battery with 3.7 volts, and you can use the screwdriver in low and high gear and even manual mode for multiple ranges of torque. I've already used this toolkit multiple times on things like graphics card repair. I love not having to get 20 different toolkits out. Now I have everything I need all inside of one kit. If you're looking for the ultimate all-in-one repair and hobbyist toolkit, look no further than the Phantek E1 Next Workstation. Big thanks to Phantek for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back into it. I'm a little bit scared, guys. I mean, Amazon Warehouse, I'm not even really sure that we bought much from there before.
The seller of this company was Computer Upgrade King, which is a company, it's been about 3-4 years ago now. We actually worked with pretty regularly to get samples for videos. Haven't done anything with them in a while, but they actually rebranded to Empowered PC. And if you do the acronym of the Computer Upgrade King name, you'll probably understand why.
Up top, we get an accessory box. Up top, we get an accessories box, and look, I already see.
Jonah.
Oh, Jonah hates this. Now, you know, take this what you will. We've used this power supply many times. We really try to stay away from it nowadays because, well, it's low on the tier list and people tend to avoid that, but it is inside of their PC. We have a Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo. Look, it's an AC600. Anti-sag bracket stuff, it looks like, for the GPU possibly? I don't know.
Maybe for the GPU, I guess, if you want to add, because it does come with just an APU, the Ryzen 3 5300G.
They included, like, you know, because they installed the cooler stock brackets, so it's cool they kind of include a little bit of everything, the Aries Game Tester, and then this, which is presumably for controlling the fans.
And I'm surprised all that was with it, because this, again, is basically an Amazon return that Amazon deemed okay, or I'm assuming if they're a seller on Amazon, Empowered PCs probably looked at it and were like, oh, it's okay, we'll send it back as a refurb.
Yeah, we've had some pretty bad luck in the past with anything Amazon used or refurbished, because a lot of times they just don't really go through the effort of actually refurbishing it.
Okay, can you grab this keyboard that's coming out the back real quick?
We got a keyboard.
I'm scared.
Man, this is so familiar. I mean, I feel like we've seen so many of this exact keyboard and mouse.
And they're Empowered PC branded, so probably the same OEM that like Skytech or other companies using. Why are they using one of these, by the way? I feel like this got lost in the return process. So this case, it's pretty funny. Jackson used the case. Was it the case or the whole computer that you used?
It's basically the whole computer that I swapped some parts out in.
Yeah, from the company. It was about 3 or 4 years ago. It is like our first introduction to the infinity mirror design that you do see a lot now. I will say Computer Upgrade King wasn't necessarily the first, but they were the one that we first saw here on the channel with that design, and they're still rocking the same case a few years later.
We definitely have a little bit of a dent back here. I don't know if the camera can capture it, but yeah, definitely dented in near the PCIe lane, but that shouldn't really stop us from adding a graphics card if we wanted to.
Which we most certainly will want to at some point, because it is a 5300G, which we've done a ton of APU content before.
Look at the back. It still has their original website. Is that still their website, I wonder?
So I think you look it up. I mean, just
maybe again, like auto forward you.
You can go there. It might go to a different place now. Let's find out. Oh, yep, auto forward to Empowered PC.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So, hey, rebranding. So we'll go ahead and finish opening this up.
I need to figure out what's
are we missing? Okay, so it's just 2 screws here, and then it's
oh, wait, what is this?
I just took that one off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there is something still flying around in there, which is quite concerning. Open this up. And yeah, with that APU, obviously, we're very familiar with APUs here on the channel, especially 5000 series APUs. It's gonna play your esports titles, lower settings, but this is definitely one that we wanna see if this is a good candidate for upgrades. And based on the initial look, it's a little dusty, and what is happening up here? The cable management's not ideal. Let me pull out a light for Jonah here, show you guys what we're talking about. It's gonna have a bundle there that definitely could have been cable manage a little better,
There you
but
go.
not the end of the world.
I mean, okay, so we do get 2 sticks of RAM, and it's Patriot, so it's actually a name brand. It's 2 8GB6 at 3200 megahertz, so props to them for that. That's already a pretty good sign that we have dual channel and a pretty good speed as well. Motherboard is USB 3. What is this motherboard? A520MA Pro.
I like the fan cable across the board.
Oh, it's a Gen 4.
Oh, it's Gen 4?
Okay, that's goofy. Yeah, we have a PCIe Gen 4x4 SSD from Phison, I guess. I'm not really familiar.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, it's just not being used because
No.
the APUs don't support Gen 4. So
Not at all.
a little bit of waste of money there, but I'm assuming they probably just have a ton of the Gen 4 drives and they're like, let's just slap them in there instead of buying individuals just for this SKU. Totally understandable. So at least you got an upgrade path there. Cable management on the back looks good. They just kind of need to pull this back through a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's
well,
definitely, yeah, there you go. It looks like they actually do have ARGB here, yeah, so that's another little plus for the Continuum case.
Oh,
let me get this screw
There's
out.
a screw in there. What is all this?
I don't know, dude. There's like stuff falling out of the system that's like kind of gross. Oh, here's the screw. Uh-oh, I think this is a motherboard screw.
That's a
It's
motherboard
fine thread
screw. Where did that come
screw.
from?
Oh, yeah, I can see. It's this screw right here is missing. So I don't know if maybe it was halfway out. I don't know.
This
there's
is
definitely
what
some
is that?
crustiness.
I'm like wondering what the story of this computer is. Like what is
Dude,
yeah, what is
that's
that?
like food or something.
Yeah,
man. That's
somebody's
kinda grody.
It's really gross.
I guess we got to do what you guys want to see the most. This doesn't actually work. Is a turn on. Go ahead and get it plugged in. I mean, so far initial looks. I mean, for $342,
It's not bad.
pretty good deal.
It's an APU system, and I know they probably have a ton of these still because they had a ton of them when we first started working with them. But man, I feel like they could have saved a little bit of money with a cheaper system. But again, we're talking $340. This is a return. But I think new right now they sell this for about $500, which isn't bad. But again, it's still an APU build.
Yeah, it looks like the peel may have never been taken off. I mean, and this was, I mean, it's a really cool design. It's actually real glass and everything with basically a mirrored effect. So it does look really cool. And these fans, honestly, pretty bright. And I remember I ran this case for a solid like 3 years and no real issues with it, honestly.
So yeah, so far it turns on. It has some crumbs coming out of it, so minus a few points there. But in terms of the Amazon warehouse experience, we're looking okay so far. A few dents on the back here and there.
IO shield's a little bit.
IO shield's out a little bit.
Inwards, which that
Amazon,
can be
your score is
fixed.
going down so quickly, it's plummeting. It depends on how Empower PC is working with Amazon. If they're doing fulfilled by Amazon and Amazon's dealing with all this, then it's kind of on Amazon a little bit in terms of like what they deem acceptable. But based on how everything was packaged, I'm gonna guess it went back to Empower PCs and they actually checked it, then sent it back. But I won't really know unless they comment on that. If they are watching this video, comment down below and let us know. But we gotta see if it can actually game, see if it actually works in Windows, see if we get any crashes or anything like that. And then from there, we can kind of talk about the upgrades of this thing, because we will probably do some upgrades to show you guys what it can do with a GPU.
Let's go download some games.
While Jackson is fixing his mic, we're going to go ahead and drop into Fortnite on performance settings with the 5300G and Vega graphics on Epic View Distance Low Textures, and we'll see what we can do. Obviously with these APUs, we're not expecting much, but so far it's not bad. I mean, I'm really just hoping for like a 60 FPS average. If we get that, I'll be pretty happy.
It's definitely a Fortnite over time optimizing more and more, you know?
Yep, trying to get better, especially performance mode. We needed that performance mode for sure. Yeah, this ain't too bad. I mean, Fortnite's funny. Like, we'll run this with a 5300G and actually get some decent results, and then we'll play with something else that's newer and get like worse FPS. Fortnite just be all over the place. Sure, I'll defeat the AI for you. Come here. Huh? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. That's how I die.
Oh,
How much shield
Dang.
did they have? All right then.
I ate my space bar.
And that's what it looks like. This is bold. That was really
They
bold
have
of
the
them.
pickaxe out?
What's up? What's up?
Oh. God, so busted. The shockwave for the kill. The fact that they're not like.
That was bot behavior if I've ever seen it. That's Fortnite for you, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, I will say, pretty impressive. One thing to note, and I do think, let me verify this. We aren't at like 100% render scale. I just remembered that. Let's go to 100% and make sure it doesn't change anything dramatically. It really doesn't. We're at like 90% render scale, 100%. We're still getting it sometimes 80 to 90 to 100 FPS. So pretty impressive. We'll see what Valorant can do.
All right, guys, we are playing Valorant at 1080p, and we are basically in the lowest possible quality, and we are getting our high refresh rate, ladies and gentlemen. This is pretty slick.
Yeah, it's a good example of what APUs are designed for. Rocket League, Fortnite, CS if you want to. Like, it'll run these games fine. It's really when you get into like newer games, like you ain't gonna be playing Warzone very well, but you know, performance is pretty solid.
No triple A's.
With no like major lag spikes or anything, so I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Smell. Oh. Ah! Oh, God! Oh! Come on. Just peek it. Oh. Yeah. Ray's dead.
Got him.
I feel like they like fixed the spray pattern.
Oh!
You know what? I'm just gonna say that I won the game, but it went pretty well. I mean, honestly, they've definitely optimized some of these games to run a little bit like Fortnite and Valorant. Let's run some. We're doing some.
Yeah,
some
we'll run some built-ins. We got 3D Mark. We'll run that. We'll also show you guys 3D Mark before and after a little GPU upgrade, and then we will run maybe one other game. We're on Rocket League. Show you guys what that is capable of doing. But again, that's the target market for these games, and we're just going to see what it can do with a GPU as well. All right, guys, now that you can see how this 5300G PC performs without a graphics card, let's go shopping in PC Bros, our PC selling business where you can buy a gaming PC today, and try to find a graphics card that makes sense to upgrade this thing, because we will be selling it at PC Bros, and we really think this thing deserves a graphics card. So on our shelf, I'm really thinking a 1650 would make sense. The 3050 8GB would also make decent sense. We also have 6600s. I'm definitely gonna lean towards probably a 1650. That's probably the most cost-effective option based on what we have in stock. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this 1650, this MSI Vita 1650, and plop this thing in and see if the difference is worth the upgrade.
All right, guys, we just got done benchmarking our little APU pre-built right here, and surprisingly, it worked out pretty good, especially for the price that we paid for it.
And of course, when we had a GTX 1650, which we were talking about it off camera, a 3056 gig would have been perfect for this system, but we had 1650s in stock. We went that route. We went from a 3D Mark score of 1,272 to 3,927, so pretty good uplift in terms of overall performance and score there. And we did play Rocket League with the APU before the GPU upgrade and got 90 to 100 FPS on lower settings. So all in all, this PC with a graphics card upgrade is good. The 5300G is good. And I will say, we got kind of lucky with the Amazon warehouse experience. There were random crumbs that came out of the computer. I really want to know what the origin story of this thing is. But in terms of our first experience with Amazon warehouse used, we actually got a good PC. So if you want to shop around Amazon yourself for a used PC, check the link down below. We'll be in an affiliate link and it will help us out. Let us know what you think of this PC, and do you think we got a good deal for $342?
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
So now this PC has been fully benchmarked, it's going to get a little cleaning. We even added a 1650 for you guys. It'll be for sale at PC Bros with a 1-year parts and labor warranty.
PC Bros.tech, we sell high-end gaming PCs and budget PCs and even laptops. Go to PC Bros.tech today, use code ToastyBros to checkout to save 2% of your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.